I was planning on making another video, but it is way more time consuming than I thought, so while I work on that in the background, I decided to make a sequel to an earlier video on my channel. A month or so ago, I made a series of the name origin behind every single Animal Crossing New Horizons villager, all 400 plus of them. And after finishing that series, I started thinking of the origins behind the names of the Animal Crossing special characters. A special character is a non-villager NPC. Every character in-game that cannot have a physical home on your island or in your town. So sit back for a while I take you through the meanings behind every special character's name in alphabetical order. And I do mean every special character. And of course, these will be the origins of the English names, as I am an English speaker and I will not do justice to the explanation of other language names. Our first special character today is Blanca. Blanca is a cat with no face. In game, you can draw on Blanca's face to give some character. Blanca's name has two origins. First is that her face is blank, Blanca, Blanca. And also Blanca is a white cat, and Blanca means white in Spanish. Next is our museum curator, Blathers. Blather is a verb that means to talk long-windedly. And if you have ever visited the museum in any Animal Crossing game to speak to Blathers, you would know that he talks very long-windedly. This owl can go on and on. Booker is one of our two officer dogs in the Animal Crossing world. When someone gets arrested, they get booked into the station. Booker comes from that phrase, booked. Brewster is our coffee aficionado. In order to make coffee, you need to brew it. Brewster brews coffee while in the roost. CJ is the son of Chip, a special character we will be seeing very shortly. CJ likely stands for Chip Jr. Celeste is the little owl with a passion for the stars and astronomy. The word celestial means positioned in or relating to the sky or outer space. So for someone who is connected to outer space, Celeste is the perfect name. Chip is the father of CJ. Both father and son have a love for fishing, and a very popular dish in England is fish and chips. Chip always goes with fish. Copper is Booker's more serious police dog partner. Another term for a police officer is a cop. Copper is a cop. Cornmer is a totally unique character. No one's suspicious behind that mask, an own separate dude. Cornmer's name comes from him dressed as an acorn. Cyrus is the in-game carpenter, one who takes care to build his furniture pieces. Fitting that the name Cyrus means one who bestows care. Daisy Mae took over her grandmother's business and sells the player turnips on Sunday mornings. Daisy Mae is a play on the American financial institution, Fannie Mae. Digby is a dog, and dogs are known to love digging in the grass in their yards. Don Rossetti is named after the concept of an Italian Don. A Don is a boss in a crime family. Think Don Corleone in The Godfather. Dr. Shrunk is a psychiatrist who teaches the player about emotions. A shrink is a nickname for a therapist, and shrunk is the past tense of shrink. Farley's an odd little character. He's not really an animal, but instead a gnome that lives in the fountain in the original Animal Crossing game. Farley and Fountain both begin with the letter F. Flick is the bug-loving character in New Horizons. He loves bugs so much, I'm sure he would be honored to know that he was named after the main character in Pixar's A Bug's Life. Franklin is the turkey chef that is named after Benjamin Franklin. Did you know that before the United States picked their symbol to be an eagle, there was another suggestion? Benjamin Franklin actually suggested a turkey to be the national bird. As interesting as turkeys are, as an American, I do think an eagle is a better symbol for a country. Frillard is Dr. Shrunk's mentor. While Shrunk is an axolotl, Frillard is a frill-necked lizard, which is where he gets his name. Next is fashionista Gracie Grace. Gracie's name is just an English pronunciation of her Japanese name Gurisu. Grams is a grandma. Grams can be a common nickname for a grandmother. Gulliver is a pirate. Pirates are stereotypically known to go "arr" when they speak. Gulliver is not a pirate, but he's still a traveler of the open sea. He is named after the character from the book Gulliver's Travels. It's also fitting because Gulliver is a gull bird. Harriet the poodle is a hairdresser. Harvey's the free-spirited dog that lives on an island. On his island, other special characters can pull up in their RVs and sell their goods. Harvey sounds like RV. Isabelle is a character that is beloved in the Animal Crossing community. She's a cute little dog whose head happens to be shaped like the in-game bell bag. She is a bell. Also, she wears a bell in her hair. Jack's face is a pumpkin with a carved-in mouth and eyes. A pumpkin with carvings in it is called a jack-o'-lantern. Jingle delivers presents to us on Toy Day, the Animal Crossing version of Christmas. Jingle Bells is a popular Christmas carol. Before retiring, Joan was the character who would sell turnips to us and help us conquer the stock market. In the real world, the stock market, we have the Dow Jones, which is where Sao Joan gets her name. In Japan, KK Slider is known as Totaka. Totaka is the in-game famous musician whose music provides sound backdrops to our moments. Totaka is named after Kazumi Totaka, a sound designer that works for Nintendo. And so Caitlin and 2 other upcoming characters have very similar name origins, so I'm gonna go pretty quickly past these next few. Mama Caitlin is a cat. Cat is in Caitlin, but with a K instead of a C. Captain's name has 2 connections. He's a captain of a boat, and he is actually a kappa, a mythical creature. Back to the cats. Katie, Caitlin's daughter, is a cat with the K. And Katrina, the fortune teller, is a cat with a K. But at least she's a panther and not a house cat like Caitlin and Katie. Kix is the shoe-selling skunk. A kick is a slang for a shoe. Label is the first of the 3 Able sisters we're seeing in this video. Label rhymes with able, and beyond that, a label is something sewn into clothing to show the designer of that article. And Label is the fashion designer sister, who would like to wear high-end labels. Leaf grows and sells the player plants. A leaf is a part of the plant. Layla and her mother Leilani have very similar name origins. Both of their names include the word lei, which is a traditional Hawaiian flower necklace. Lloyd is the named gyroid in the Animal Crossing universe. Lloyd with a Y is a pretty common name, so Lloyd plus gyroid gives us this spelling of the name Lloyd. Lottie is an otter. The OTT ot in otter is also present in Lottie's name. Luna is a tapir who helps us dream. Most people do their dreaming at night when the moon is out. Luna is the Latin word for moon. Lyle is perhaps a shady insurance salesman, one who potentially lies, lying Lyle. Mabel is the youngest Able sister. Able rhymes with Mabel. Nat is a bug catcher, and a gnat with a G is a type of small insect. Nico is one of the newest Animal Crossing special characters. He's so new that when I was looking on the Animal Crossing wiki, he was not actually listed on it. So can some of those Wikipedia updaters help out my boy Nico? He's named after the main flying monkey in The Wizard of Oz. Orville works at the New Horizons airport with a close association to planes. The Wright brothers are known for being pioneers in aviation. Orville was the name of one of the Wright brothers. If only we could figure out what the name of the other Wright brother was. I guess you may have to keep watching the video to figure it out. Pascal has a multi-layered name. First and foremost, he's named after Blaise Pascal, a philosopher. When Pascal swims around, he often gives us some philosophic musings. Also, a Pascal is a unit of measurement that measures water pressure. The Pascal unit also happened to be named after the philosopher Blaise Pascal. And Pascal, the philosophical otter, also lives beneath the water, where I'm sure he would measure in Pascal units. Pave is the flamboyant and charismatic peacock that helps us celebrate Festival. Pave's name comes from the Portuguese word paveo, which means peacock. Festival is also the in-game equivalent to the real-world Carnival, which takes place in Brazil, a country that speaks Portuguese. Pelly, the mailroom worker, is a pelican. Pete is also a pelican. Pete and pelican both begin with the letter P. Phineas's name is the English version of his Japanese name, Paroncino, which means balloon, and Phineas hands out balloons. And for our final pelican, Phyllis. Phyllis and pelican, of course, both start with the letter P. It's been a minute since we've seen Porter. This little monkey works at the in-game train station. At a real-world train station, a porter is someone who assists passengers. Oh, Red. So, Red's name origins is another multifaceted one. First, Red is a kitsune, a Japanese trickster fox. So, Red could be named because he is styled after a red kitsune fox, a red fox. Also, in the show Sanford and Son, there's a character named Red Fox, who is a bit of a schemer. And finally, Red's name could come from the character Rubicante in Dante's Inferno. Rubicante is the fiery demon. So it's likely that Red's name comes from a combination of all 3 of these. Reese is Cyrus's wife and the owner of the retail shop. Reese has cute pink fur. Rosa is the word for pink. Rosa and Reese are similar sounding. Rossetti infamously scared players when we accidentally, or maybe purposefully, I don't know your life, turned off our games without saving. Rossetti is involved with resetting your game. Rover is a traveling cat. To rove means to travel. Sable is the eldest of the Able sisters, and just like her sisters, Sable's name rhymes with her surname, Abel. Sahara is the roaming carpet sales camel. Sahara is named after the large and vast Sahara Desert in Africa. And Sahara species, the camel, is known to live in the desert land of the Sahara Desert. Serena is the gentle fountain spirit. Serene means peaceful and calm. This one may be shocking, but the snowmen are snowmen. Timmy and Tommy's names are just diminutive nicknames of their uncle's name. And now for their uncle, the main man himself, Tom Nook. Many people call Tom Nook a raccoon, and I guess that is partially true, but his actual species is a tanuki, a Japanese raccoon dog. Tom Nook sounds like tanuki. Oh look, a character we totally haven't seen before, the old man Tortimer. Mortimer is usually a name reserved for older men, and Tortimer is a tortoise. Tortimer is a portmanteau of tortoise and Mortimer. This is another character that was left off the wiki, just like Nico, because they come from the same DLC. Many people thought Wardell was a walrus and related to the next character in this video due to their similar names, but Wardell is actually a manatee. In other languages, Wardell's name connects to his manatee heritage, but in English, his name origin is a little trickier. Wardell is Old English for Watchman's Hill, which I think is sweet because in New Horizons Paradise Planning DLC, you can sometimes find him watching over the sea from atop a hill or a cliff. Now for the character people thought Wardell was related to, we have Wendell. Wendell is actually a walrus with his big tusks. Wendell and walrus both start with the letter W. Next is Wilbur, the brother of Orville. Oh, and would you look at that? Turns out, if you did keep watching, you did find out what the name of the other Wright brother was. The two Wright brothers are Orville and Wilbur Wright, and the two flying dodo birds are Orville and Wilbur. Wisp is the scared and timid ghost. The word wisp means something that is frail or fleeting. When you scare Wisp in the game, their spirit pieces are fleeting. And technically last, and perhaps least, we have Zipper T Bunny. Many characters are creeped out by Zipper. The way he turns off when you aren't in his view, his annoying egg hunt. But the creepiest part is that this bunny has a zipper on the back of his head, signaling that he's likely not what he appears to be. Okay. Zipper, like I said, was technically the last, but we actually have 3 other special characters that are not in any mainline Animal Crossing game. They only appear in the Pocket Camp spin-off, so I'm quickly just going to cover those all together. We have Beppe, Carlo, and Giovanni. They are 3 Italian brothers with Italian names. These 3 work on cars, which could provide a connection between them and an Italian love for cars with Formula 1 racing and all the different luxury car brands they have there. So on that note, we now are officially done. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please let me know which special character has your favorite name. If you like this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and I will be back very, very soon with another video. Bye!